What is up, my fellow mobile gamers? In today's video, we are going how to upgrade your skill cards in Viking Rise. Like and subscribe for more amazing mobile game content. We're gonna head on over to our heroes. Definitely one that I see asked a lot is this question: how do I upgrade my skills? We're gonna be using Ivor for our demonstration today. So we have our main skills right here, and then we have our two extra skills that as we level up our character we gain access to. So at level 20 you can go ahead and add an extra skill slot, any one that you have unlocked, and then at level 40 you unlock that second skill slot. But at base, when you just normally have any character, they're all going to have these two skills. Every character is going to have an active skill, which is also referred to as a rage skill. You're going to need 1,000 rage points in order to activate that skill. And then every character is also going to have a passive skill to go with that. And what you need to do is you're just going to click on this, and then where it says upgrade, we're just going to click upgrade. Now, once we get to this part, skill upgrade, there's a lot of things we have to kind of talk about because you can really make a lot of easy mistakes if you just click tap to fill all. So my first suggestion is never do this tap to fill all, because if you do this, it's literally going to use everything you have. Now there's two different ways that you can go about upgrading your skills, or different materials is what I should say. There's two different materials you can use. You have these ones right here. These are just straight skill experience. These are just skill experience stones. You have this one will give you 100, 200. I mean, just look at the top number. This one gives you 500. This one will give you 250. Now, the problem is though, you're gonna notice that we also have our puzzle pieces involved in this as well. Now you need to go ahead and collect 100 puzzle pieces of a specific skill in order to unlock it, or go ahead and star it up, because you can use your puzzle pieces to go ahead and gain experience to upgrade your other skill cards. You really don't want to do that. You usually always just want to keep your puzzle pieces and then convert them into a whole skill card, where it will let you go ahead and star up that skill. Don't come in here, and you'll also notice that like when you use these, you get very minimal experience. I mean, look at this. Every time I use one puzzle piece, I'm only gaining 10 extra experience points. So you really don't want to ever use your puzzle pieces. Always save them, because the 10 experience points just for one puzzle piece, it's not worth it. The other thing that's very important is if we look right here, I had to move my camera over. Legendary skill shards can't be used as upgrade materials. Make sure this is checked. This is another one. If you do not have this checked, then when you go to click tap to fill all, it will use your legendary puzzle pieces to upgrade the skill. So definitely always make sure this is checked. That way at least you don't lose your legendaries. The next thing is, a lot of people are going to be asking is, well, which skill should I go ahead and upgrade first? Now my recommendation is going to be always upgrade your rage skill, aka your active skill first, because it is always the most powerful. Aside from the fact that you may get like a really good legendary skill card and then you could put it on a character, but for the most part, the rage skills are just really strong for every hero. Pretty much just always want to buff them as much as possible because they're guaranteed to go in. Like let's say we have shield reflector. When the deployed troop is in a shielded state, counterattack damage increases by a percentage. This is very situational and it's not guaranteed to always go off. So like upgrading something like this over our rage skill, to me, it doesn't fit it. Same thing with a lot of these other ones. Like we have silencer. When dealing normal attacks, we have a percentage chance to silence the target for 1 second. Absolutely devastating skill. However, you know, it's a percentage chance, and if it doesn't trigger, as opposed to if you go ahead and upgrade your rage skill just does more raw damage as you upgrade it. The other thing is, how do we get these skill cards? So once we go ahead and we start unlocking a lot of our surrounding areas, all the different villages around the area, we're going to gain access to this part right here. And this is your skill shop. This is a very important area where you can just get a ton of skill cards. You can get the puzzle pieces. You can also get these skill experience points as well. Every day you need to come in here and be buying all this up. And if you even take a look, like you can get a whole skill card sometimes. Look at this. shard agile steps. This is 100 skill shards. It's giving us 80% off for 357,000 food. So definitely look out, because some of these you'll just get a whole skill card. I mean, even if it is only a blue rare, it's still, you know, better than just having nothing, you know, just always upgrading and upgrading. You always want to be progressing. As long as you're always progressing, you're doing fine. Just come in here, and I like to buy everything with my resources. So like the food, the wood, because resources are so easy to get. You can attack somebody for resources if you're pay to win or just a big strong player. You can farm resources endlessly if you're free to play or whatever. Resources are easy to come by. The gemstones are one that's kind of like iffy. Like this one is like 415 gemstones just for 10. I mean, you kind of got to decide on if you think your gemstones are worth it or not. Typically, it's just kind of a personal preference, but always buy the stuff with your resources. I would come in here and I would just buy all these skill experience points, 1,000, 100, 200, another 1,000, and then make sure you use your free refreshes. You get 2 free refreshes per day. After that, it starts to cost you gemstones. So if you just come in here and it will refresh everything. We got 100 puzzle pieces for our agile steps, and you'll see that it is represented right here. This icon shows how many we currently have. Collect and fuse 100 skill shards to get 1 corresponding skill. So we already have the skill unlocked. However, if we click details, you'll see that our star count is already at 2. So if we want to get this to the 3rd star count, we click this plus icon. We need 200 of these agile step shards. So we need a lot more to go ahead and upgrade this. It's 100 skill shards initially to unlock the skill, and then after that, it's going to cost you more and more as you upgrade the star count. All right, bonus extra thing I want to go over. Once we are in looking at one of our skill cards, we have 2 different options. You'll see this puzzle piece at the top right icon, and then you'll also see a upgrade, pointing arrow up. Pointing arrow up will just take you to the skill upgrade menu, but if we click this puzzle piece icon right here, this is going to open up the shard exchange. So the sources you'll see, we have shard exchange, exchange generic shards for skill shards. If we click on shard exchange, we can go ahead and exchange legendary skill shards for that specific skill. So this is good in case you're like, let's say we're 95 out of 100 and we need 5 more. We just convert 5 of these, so that way we can go ahead and have 100 and unlock it. But you need to be careful because the game is a bit sneaky, and you'll see that in parentheses it says S1. So this means season 1. So you have to understand that this can only be used for season 1 skill cards. Once season 2 skill cards are released, you cannot use this for season 2. Works the same way with the heroes. There's one for all different rarities. So this one right here is a rare skill shard, but you'll notice there is no parentheses. This is specific for rare skill shards. If we click the little question mark icon, this will show you the list of possible exchanges. These are all the different things that we can exchange it for. So we got this one, this one, this one, this one. This is more good for, like, the question mark is more good for when you're doing like the legendaries and you don't know which ones are season 1 or season 2. So if we click on that, the question mark right here, this will give us a better breakdown of like what is all the season 1 skill cards that we can kind of convert these shards into. That's pretty much it for these skills, how to upgrade them and stuff like that. Stay happy, stay safe, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.